you like it. Thank you. Yes, I kept it. I've kept it. Because you liked it last month and the month before. I thought, is it okay? Is it okay? Thank you. Thank you. Well, it's a thing now. It's a fashion. Anyway, are you all well? No, there you are. Are you enjoying spring? Spring, it's a bit damp, isn't it? It's a little bit damp, yeah. Anyway, thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out tonight. Lovely to see you. Yes, enough about my lack of fashion sense. But I need to ask you, who here has ever had their astrological chart read? Show of hands. Oh, look, there's a couple. Oh, yes. Oh, there's a few. Oh, quite a lot of woo-woo in the audience. I love it. Well, now, okay. So I had my chart done many years ago, and because I'm a bit woo-woo. But anyway, that doesn't matter. That's another thing. And the thing that I want to tell you about is that so you have your chart done. That happens once, and then you get a reading. But you can get updated readings, you see, because time moves on. And I suddenly became aware this year that I'm entering my second Saturn return. Does anybody know what a Saturn return is? No. Oh, no, okay. Well, anyway, who said that? This is a family show. Anyway, because I know what it is, but I can't really put it into words, so I Googled it. And essentially, there's a lot of words there, but all you need to know is that it's a return of Saturn around the Earth. It comes back to the house in which you're born, not the literal physical house, but the astrological house at the time that you're born. Okay, and it does a circle, does a loop, and it takes about 28 years.
Showing you're 30.
Yeah.
Well spotted. 27 actually. But the thing is, so this is my second Saturn return that I'm coming up to. It's remarkable, I know. But and you can see it's sort of roughly speaking 28, 29, 30 years. But it starts when you're about 27. And if you were to go back into your life and think, oh, did anything big happen to me around that time? Probably it did. And 27, I don't know if that's familiar with the 27 Club of Amy Winehouse and Kurt Cobain and Jimi Hendrix. There's probably nothing in it. Anyway, so I thought, oh, it's coming up to my second Saturn return. I think I'm going to have another reading. So, now, when you have your chart done, you need to give your astrologer, my astrologer, who lives in Welsh Wales, so we do it all by phone, is called Margaret, so she's Meg, so she's kind of my mystic Meg, I suppose. Anyway, you give your astrologer your date and time of birth, as well as your place of birth, and that makes your chart specific to you. So, many years ago, I gave her all those details you can see up there. That's my date of birth and my time of birth, 7:25, and there is my chart. That was the sky. That was how the sky looked when I was born. It's fascinating, isn't it? To me. Anyway, she gave me a reading. It was all very interesting. This is a long time ago, and I said, yeah. But will I fall in love? Because that's what we want to know, isn't it? That's And she looked at me. She looked at the chart, and she said no. And and it was fairly quick, and I thought, okay, that's painless. Anyway, this is a true story. So this weekend we've had Mother's Day, and that was very lovely, and I was seeing my mother with my siblings, as you do, and of course I got the time of my birth and the date, and the place actually, from my mother, many years ago. And she said to us, she'd been sort of doing some rummaging, as parents do, and she'd found our birth tags, so she gave us all our birth tags, you see, which was rather nice or surprising. But anyway, it was Mother's Day, so we all went along with it, and I looked at my birth tag. It wasn't 7:25. No, it was 4:25. And I was so excited. They didn't know why they're not into all this, you see, so I was like, heavens above, I need to phone Meg. She's going to love it. So I did, I phoned her, and she said, well, you need another reading. This makes a huge difference. I thought, get in. So here we are. Look, I'm going to show you. That is my chart. Did you see? Look, I've moved an entire. There I was in 12 and 1. I'm all in 2. I don't know what that means. Doesn't matter. Anyway, she gave me another reading. She told me lots of things. It was interesting. But she missed on the love bit. So I said, look, Meg. Am I going to fall in love? And now this time there was a bigger hesitation, and she looked at the chart. She looked at me and she said, still no. And, but, and it's absolutely true, But anyway, I didn't. I thought, well, okay. I mean, I'm sure there's something this. I believe there's whatever. But I thought, I know how I can circumvent this and get the answer that she's really wanting to tell me. I'll use Google. So that's what I did. So I put into Google, okay, you know, Virgo, which happens to be my star sign, and love and stuff like that. And what I found, and it's remarkable, and I think it's highly accurate. But if I were to just tell you, you wouldn't believe me. So I've taken a screenshot of what I found about Virgoan men and love. Okay, and so this is not me saying this. This is what I found, and I found it on a website called astrological.com, which I think is probably quite up there, you know, as a valid site. Certainly. Well, anyway, look, I'll put this on the screen, and you be the judge. Here we are, the Virgo man in love and sex. A Virgo man in love is a very particular flavour, really only meant for those with the most discerning palates. He is the caviar and truffle oil of the zodiac lovers. And is this all true? In other words, if you're more of a meat and potatoes or hot dog and bag of chips sort of person, this may not be the match. So there we go. I think I did. This is no, it's a screenshot. Look, I couldn't do that. Anyway, that was enough about my chart. Get your chart done and then Google it. It's probably cheaper.